Okay, we're getting closer. I've been thinking a lot about the mechanics for this game, and after trying a whole bunch of different options and different kinds of gameplay mechanics, I guess I've decided that I'm going to go with a really simple approach, just a single tap approach. Because I looked into what it would be like if I let the character maybe have a projectile that could affect the enemies in the way, or maybe another button that let them stop, or even move backwards. And after trying a little bit of gameplay testing, I just found that it kind of killed the fast action-paced kind of game that I was going for in the first place. So a really fast, action-packed, jumping, running game is what we're going to go for now. Following on from last time, I needed to get some of the animations done, or more of the animations done. So now I've got the jumping animation done, which I'm going to show you right now. And it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. And on top of that, the other thing that you'll notice is that I added an ink trail that follows the character. Now, this is a really cool tool that the program lets me implement. Now that I've got all the art to a place where I'm really happy with it, I've been spending all of my time really thinking about, well, what kind of obstacles, what kind of gameplay mechanics can I actually introduce if I want the game to remain a single tap jump, really simple kind of fast-paced game. So I mean, the first logical obstacle that came to mind straight away was just to introduce some rocks and some boulders. The good thing about rocks and boulders is that you can jump on them, you can jump over them, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to keep the pace of this game really fast. So I didn't want people to be able to kind of rest by the side of a rock, so you can keep running into the rock indefinitely. I mean, it looks weird anyway. So I've made it a little bit punishing in that if you don't make the jump, then you actually die. The second most logical thing that I thought I should introduce is some kind of an enemy element. Something that as the player, you do not want to touch, so you need to jump over them and clear them. And it made the most sense to introduce some spikes. So what I did was I went ahead and I started drawing up some spikes that fit the same kind of artistic feel, and I put them into the game. So very quickly, I've been able to get these elements and piece them together into like a first kind of prototype stage. But now I'm kind of stuck. I'm having a little bit of difficulty in just thinking about, well, what other mechanics, what other things can I introduce to make it more dynamic? And I've been doing a little bit of research, looking into other games that are similar, and it's really kind of proving to be more difficult than I first anticipated. Because a lot of the elements that I wanted to introduce, the software couldn't make it happen. And the second thing that I'm still having trouble deciding on is how difficult should I actually make this game? I mean, there are people I know that love the really challenging games that is literally almost impossible to finish. But then there's people who get really upset and then they want to stop playing very early on. So I don't know what to go for here. It would be really awesome if any of you could write in and let me know, well, what kind of player are you? Do you like to have games that are really challenging so you feel awesome whenever you pass a stage? Or are you someone that prefers to have a game that is not too difficult, it's just fun, and you can get to the end of the game very reasonably? Would love to hear from you. So any kind of thoughts or opinions you have will only be helpful for me. So if you have any thought that comes to mind when you're watching this video, then please let me know.